Hey, good afternoon. Here we are from Ripon Rugby Ground, and what a beautiful day and beautiful afternoon. Apart from the score, Johnny, we came in, started the first half really well, and this was a game which is probably for some of our boys is obviously we've got the lure of Twickenham and the semi-final coming up on the 20th, and but we came in here with a squad. Final score was what, 25-16, so 16 up at half time. What were your thoughts? Because you're an ex-player here.
Yeah.
Obviously have a lot of friends, a lot of connections. I think we had 4 or 5 players that would played for Ripon.
Yep.
And so it was a really interesting game, and from a psychology point of view, and we started well.
Yeah, no, fantastic start. 16-0, half time, you're going in happy. Unfortunately, our scrum half gets injured, our winger gets injured, one of the forwards gets injured. And then our other winger, Sam, unfortunately, during the first half, he's now in hospital in York somewhere after some eye gouging or something. I'm not actually sure. I think it was eye gouging. But you've got to roll and you've got to fight back if you can. We tried to make amends. We tried to make substitutes. Didn't really work. I don't think. I think they got the momentum and they played well. They did. The second half. They were definitely deserved winners.
They very much were.
But for us, it was poor man management perhaps, and poor game management perhaps as well. Seemed to suffocate a little bit, seemed to not get much ball. So second half was an uphill battle. You mentioned that there's 3 or 4 players that used to play at Ripon. That doesn't really bother me. It's not like it is what it is. You played there, you've had an affiliation there, but you're playing for Northallerton now. I don't think you're going to be thought about it.
But we know here they've got a great crowd, great following. They've got a lot of people back. There was a good atmosphere to the game, and of course we go out to win every game, and 100%. We were there at 16 points up. Some great kicking from Rio, took our penalties well. Great try. You finished off here, right, literally next to the camera, and we were riding high at the end of the first half. And then you're right. Injuries happen. We obviously had a yellow card as well. There were some interesting decisions from the official. But that goes with the flow. I think the frustrating thing is we just seem to. A bit like England and Scotland. We at half time we just seemed to switch, and there were positional moves and things, but we just didn't have that possession or control that we had in the first half.
Absolutely.
And credit to Ripon, they needed this. They were, obviously the way the maths work is the potential relegation. So and they came back well. The fly half, we had a very young fly half, young scrum half. They played well, kicked us into position, and they were always getting on the front foot.
For me, I think they were the stars of the show. The young lads, I don't think you can argue that. They had a solid 8, and then they brought on another solid 8 who was carrying well in the second half, finding those gaps that were influential and carrying well. The man of the match for me, if I had to pick on again, their 7, I think he's Ewan. He's a very good player.
He's a great player.
He's good against us away. I think he's the star of their team.
No, he is, and also what he did very cleverly, he got a late tackle in on Rio. Okay, gave a hit. I mean, the ref didn't see it, but I mean, it was pretty late. But and that that maybe affected a little bit. I mean, the sort of rush of blood in a way, but
but that is rugby for me. I think if you can push the boundaries, you're going to do it. I think everybody does it. We don't have excuses. Ripon deserved to win. We won the first half. They won the second.
No.
Injuries worked against us. They made the right substitutions. They had the momentum, and unfortunately, they definitely deserved it for us. The good thing is for us, we've had a great season regardless. They've had a poor season relative. We've had a very good season relative. And that's where we're at the moment. I say this today, I definitely wanted to win, but after a game like today, you don't mind having derby days. If Ripon stay in, it's not a bad thing in terms of the derby days. It's good fun. We could potentially have Wensleydale, we could potentially have Harrogate, we could potentially have
next year.
Otley, unfortunately, are dropping, but Wetherby as well. It's good for the region. It's great fun.
I agree.
And I did enjoy the game. I get a load of stick as a captain who used to play at this club. I got a load of stick. A couple of others did. Coiney, for example, Ben James a little bit, Ash definitely. But you enjoy the game. But it's all fun and games.
It's exactly right. And you all, you as a captain, you led from the front. You scored the try here. You did some good tackling things. And and it is what it is. But we're that's Ripon. We're here. We've got next week. We're home at North Ribblesdale, and that'll be again another belter of a game. We expect a big crowd, a lot of people down. We've got all the ex-captains, all the players, many of them here, a lot of them coming in next week. Look forward to seeing everybody there for I think it's a 1 o'clock buffet, and then enjoy a great game. North Rib play a similar you know, similar game. We played up there in horrendous conditions. Lost Phil in the first scrum last year, and you were through and went down to pick the ball, and because of the conditions. So we're looking forward to that. It'll be a great game, and
well, that's the last home game, isn't it?
It's the last home game,
so,
and then we're back on next time we're at home is the 20th for the semi-final. So a lot to play for. We've had a frustrating day at Ripon, but you're absolutely right, Johnny. They came back in the second half, deserved to win, and we're here. So we live another day, and we'll see you next week at home against North Ribblesdale. Well done.